our debt, and all of those good things. But your costs are going to come down. You bring energy. Energy is really more than anything else. It was their spending, but it was also energy. That's really what brought up the costs, because energy, you need it for everything. If you make donuts, you need it for the stove, you need it for the trucks, for delivery, you need. And we're going to have so much energy. And one of the pledges that I make is that we are going to have energy costs, which are very high right now. And that includes gasoline. We're going to get rid of the mandate, by the way, the electric mandate for your cars. That's going to come off. And that's great. You know, if somebody wants an electric car, I mean, Elon Musk gave me the biggest endorsement you've ever seen, and his cars are great. But not everybody needs to have an electric car or wants to have an electric car. You're going to be able to get hybrids, you get regular gasoline-powered cars, but we're going to bring your energy costs down by 50% within 1 year. By the way, it's going to be easy. We can do it. Nobody else can because we have so much. It's right under us. Even in New York State, they don't realize that New York State is sitting on a tremendous amount. And if they used it, Lee would, I told Lee would have opened that up in 2 seconds. They don't want to drill for the environment. And the people in Pennsylvania, they're sitting there, they have a Cadillac, and the people across the line is right here, and they don't have a car. And it's just absolutely, we have so much energy in this country. We're going to bring down the prices. That'll bring down everything else, and you'll be in great shape. But that's fantastic. I'm fascinated by your wife. So they say that as a pilot, the hardest thing you can do is land on an aircraft carrier. Have I heard, is that a correct statement? Do you land on an aircraft carrier?
Yes, in fact, that's...
You gotta be kidding. She might be better than you.
All the airplanes have hooks on the back, so you gotta use them. So
right.
Go land a carrier.
That's fantastic. It's a great story. Thank you very much, Bob. Appreciate it.
Ed Grove is a telecom union member and a proud American patriot. I understand he's also a talented musician and singer, a jack of all trades, and the proud father of 4 grown children. Ed, you're a longtime telecom union member, and we see a lot of unions acting far more political than they ever have in the past. And it's interesting that it seems like a lot of union leaders are not aligned with the rank and file. In your personal opinion, do you see this where union leaders, with regards to political matters, are in conflict with their leadership?
First of all, thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ed.
It's a great honor to be here. Yep. My personal opinion, of course, I can't speak for the unions, but there is a silent majority. Political stuff we really don't care about. Being represented is what matters most to us. Personally, I just don't believe union bosses speak for all union membership. I support Donald Trump because he supports keeping manufacturing jobs in-house.
Yes. Good.
It was proven in your first term. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
You also take care of the American worker instead of going overseas or out of country to do so. Very much appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ed. Very nice. I appreciate it. Lee is alluding to the fact that the Teamsters took a vote and 61%, this is nationwide, 62% of them support Trump.
Yes, they do.
And they have a very good head. They have a man named Sean O'Brien, who's a great guy. He's the head of it. And but he released those numbers, which is yes. Something I appreciated very much. And the firefighters, the same thing. They support me, the rank and file, so we have a lot of the unions beyond that. I think the auto workers in Detroit, we're going to bring back a lot of plants into Michigan. We're going to bring them back very fast. And you probably read, Mike, where I they were building a giant plant in Mexico, sponsored and owned by China. And I let them know, and that would have destroyed Michigan. This plant would have made as many cars as all of Michigan. This was going to be the largest plant in the world. And I let them know, you build that plant, and we're going to put the biggest tariffs on those cars you've ever seen. And, that was about 2 weeks ago. They've just announced they're not going to build the plant. That's a great thing. Isn't that good? Now, if they want to build it in the U.S., that's okay, Ed. If they want to build it, Mike, in the U.S., that's okay. But they're not going to build it in another country and send the cars in here and destroy all of that. That's what's happening. That's what's been happening for 50, 60 years. So they just announced, China just announced they're not going to build the plant. I'm very happy about that. Thank you very much, China.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir. Great honor.
Mr. President, I want to introduce you to Dr. Kathleen McGuire. She is just to my right here. She has a very esteemed academic